so much for being here. I remember meeting you at summer school for the first time last summer, and all you would do is smile big. And I'd ask you to do math, and you would just smile. And you came from tribal school into the public school system after being in tribal school for so long. And I love what your family brought. Your family brought a huge pride in our culture that didn't exist in the school before you got there. All of you, to the middle school and the high school, brought this huge pride. And I'm really in awe about that, because I didn't become proud of being an Indian until I was an adult lady. You know, I wasn't as young as you. And I just want to acknowledge that. And I want you to know that if you ever wonder in your life, is this the right decision? Is that the right decision? Is this how I should be talking, or should I be talking like that? But these men are waiting to answer your questions. They're waiting to talk to you and share from their own lives. And they won't ever tell you what to do, but you know how we are. We share stories, and you'll find your own answer. But they're here to guide you and love you. And I just thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, because I know how boundaried you are and how respectful you are. And I really respect that. And I know I always tease you about hugging you, but I won't actually hug you unless you ever let me, because I respect you. But I might tease you a billion more times. As you're walking out of the room, I might pretend to chase you down the hallway like a crazy lady. So please stay strong. I have to also mention Miss Mizaki, how much she loves you. She said you're such a hard worker in class. And she loves how much you respect her. She feels like you and her have the best relationship. And I'm like, no, you don't. I have the best relationship with her. So we're fighting over you. So you could be like that story that we heard today. Leave her alone. She's mine. Could you say that about me, though, please? So anyways, I love you. And so my mom and my dad and these gentlemen are going to get up and speak to you now. So I'll let you stand beside your brothers. Welcome to your family. So Simon, just like Johnny, my mom is going to put a blanket on you, sweetheart. So I feel like the most appropriate way to start would be to speak from Aquilina. I drove Aquilina somewhere 2 days ago, and she said, Miss Jones, I started teaching Simon when he was 4 how to respect himself, how to take care of himself. Not only his physical body, but right here. She said she taught you how to be a respectful man, and that you deserve respect from good women. And she's taught you that your whole life. And I love that she's only 16, and she takes that responsibility on. And she said you've earned your place in this world. You have worked hard by your family, taking care of your sisters and your siblings. She's proud of you. She told me, Simon's ready for this, Miss Jones. He's ready, and she was crying, and she depends on you. So I need you to know that relationship that you have with your sister, it's so rare and beautiful in our time of healing right now. Lots of siblings do crazy things. They fight, they disown each other. But what you and your sister have, that's like what I have with him. No matter what happens to me in the world, if I feel low on the ground, I go there. When I feel so high and I'm really happy, that's where I go. And he's my younger brother, but it feels like lots of times he's my older brother. And I think that's the way your sister feels with you, that you protect her. And I just really honor you for being willing to learn from the time you were 4 and carrying the teachings on of your sister and protecting your family. And you're a man now. So you get to protect your family from a different perspective, like a man would. And anytime you need help, all you have to do is just say, Miss Jones, Uncle Wayne's just down the road. Just down the road. Just down the road. All you have to do is say, I need them. Same for all of you. And they're a call away, and I'll call them for you, and they'll come to see you. And you too, I want the best for you in your life. You are an amazing soccer player. That's one of the things we've done in our culture. Late Wilson Bob from this reserve said to me before I moved away to be a teacher, he said, Lillian, our men are born athletes. We hunted. Some of us were runners when wars happened, and they would protect. One man it would be his responsibility to protect the whole tribe. He would watch out to see who's coming and going. And that's you. When I see you running down the highway when I'm going from work to home and I see you running, how beautiful. No one's making you run. You know, you're doing that on your own. And I just admire that. So there's so many things I admire about you. And like I say, I will be just the first to speak to you. And anytime you need these words, Simon, they're going to be on this blanket forever. And please remember what happened for you this morning, and the words you heard, and the love you felt from all of our family. They're your family now too. They're our family. Jenny Ray, say to me, sweetheart, the words that are going to be said, they're on that blanket forever, no matter how many times you wash it. When I first met you, it feels like I'm in awe because of how vulnerable you are. When we're in a circle in the culture room and I ask every one of you to share something about someone that you love, you're always the first to put your hand up. And you always thank people. And that's just so rare and so beautiful, you know? Like I remember my grandparents teaching me how to say thank you, but it feels like it just comes so natural to you. And as First Nations people, we're very grateful for everything we have. And I really see that in you. And I see the pride that you have in your family, how you talk about your father, how you talk about your family in Alert Bay and in Kincombe. I really feel that. And when my dad said something to me the other day, my dad said, identity, that's what you have. When you know that you're so proud of your family, they're both the same. And because you're proud of who you are, you can do whatever you want in your life. Whatever dreams you have, start dreaming and make it really big. And thank you for being so lovable and so vulnerable. And I will always cherish you. And this is your family. If you need anything, all you have to do is let me know. And thank you so much for being awake this morning. Johnny Ray had a nightmare on Thursday. He said he came to school Friday morning and he said, Miss Jones, I woke up and I thought I missed the ceremony. And you were at the ceremony and I was still at home. And he was sweating. And I'm like, it's only Friday. And I said, don't worry, I'll bang on your house all around if you're not awake. And I knocked on his door just this once. Right there, he was at the window. Awake. He says, I've been awake since 5, waiting. Waiting to become a man since 5 o'clock this morning. Welcome to manhood, and welcome to your family. Please, I'll wait. Don't go away from us. Once we become family, we let each other know about all the things, the good things and the things when we have a hard time. Okay? Keep us informed. And I just want to acknowledge that about you because my family, my father, my brother, and my mom can say that sometimes I would get stuck for months, for years, in places. And in all the time I've seen you, when you're in a hard place, you always come through. I've never seen you stay stuck for one entire day. And as soon as you're out, you're accountable and you apologize and you start to do the work that you have to do without question. Because you need to be heard or validated for whatever it is that you need to be heard or validated about. And I just hope that you always keep that beautiful, that quality you have, that respect. It's really beautiful. So thank you for coming up to Soughton Leyland with us today. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey in becoming a man. I just want you to know how beautiful you are on the inside and the outside. And I also want you to know...
Explain the blanket.
Okay. That I met your dad, and he's beautiful. And I know why you're so beautiful now. And the blanket that is being put on you, the words that I am saying, they're going to get attached here all over. And even if you wash it, the words never go away. There will be other people speaking to you after me, and their words will be the same. They will get stuck to your blanket. And when you have that moment at home and you feel stuck, remember what you went through. Remember all of the words you heard from these teachers today. Remember, because they're attached to that blanket, and they will get you through your life to make good choices, to finish school, to become a basketball coach like you said you were going to do, to get your driver's license, to become a loyal husband, like all of those things you told me you wished for. You could have all of that and more. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your life. And thank you for letting me respect you. And I'll hold on to this until we're done. But I love that anything that these guys do, when you do together, it's like you all do it from a place of love. And if it wasn't love, then you wouldn't be owning that name proudly. You are my family. When I go home, I think of you. I tell my children about you. All of you are my sons. When I say to my daughters, I'm like, just so you know, these are your brothers. And anything that you need, these guys are your family. If you need a man talk, all you have to say is, Miss Jones, I need one of them. Or you need, I want Wayne, I want Joe, I want John, I want Jeremy. That's all you have to say. They're your family. We're your family forever. I'll be in Saanich until Samantha graduates, which will be well past the time you graduate. So you just have to find me and let me know, and I'll connect you with these guys. And then once you have their number, you don't have to use me as a middle person anymore. I love you, and welcome to the family. And thank you that I get to be a small part of your journey into becoming a man. And I just want you to know what I saw in you the very first day that I met you at Poquitchin Summer School. When I first stood beside you, I could feel a really proud son. A proud son that stands beside his mom. That will do anything for his mom. How beautiful to have that quality. And then I talk to your mom and I hear the way she talks about you. She is so proud of you. She talks like that's my boy. And she has this need that you're always standing beside her. And I can understand if you were, I would be the same way. When I'm at school with you as your teacher, I want to be beside me all of the time. Because of how proud you walk. And I know lots of the men that are in the room talking with you, Uncle Wayne loves his mom so much. My grandma has been gone for so long, but he talks about his mom like she's here. And it's been at least 20-something years, you know. Joe talks about his mom like every day I see him. That's what his mom taught him. That's what his grandma taught him. And I see that in you. And the other day, an elder dropped by spontaneously to our school, and you walked her to her car. That's more evidence how much you respect women. I give that back to you. I respect you back just as much as you respect women. And anytime you need anything, if you have a question about Is this the right way to go? Is that the right way to go? All of these men are just down the road. You just have to let me know. And we'll get you a conversation with them. You can convince one of them to take you out for Timmy's. And it's like a good man talk.
And Joe's late mom, Nora, used to tell me, don't worry about remembering everything right now. When you need to remember, it will come to you. That's what she used to teach me. But I'm going to talk to you about something that my mom talked to my brothers about all the time, my late mom. And she used to tell my brothers to always remember, when you bring a child into this world, the child is your responsibility for the rest of your life. It's not something that should just be an accident. You know, it's something that you need to think about and plan for. And if you're going to have sex, have responsible sex. Make sure that you're using protection for your physical health as well. Life is easier when you're older, bringing children into the world, and when you have a partner that you respect. It's much, much easier. So it's really important that you take that responsibility seriously. You might think, oh, I'm young, I don't need to worry about that now. But I want you to remember that teaching. Children are precious. And it's not just the girl's responsibility to make sure she doesn't get pregnant. That's your responsibility too. And if you do bring a child into this world, that baby is really precious and deserves the very best. All the love and care that you can give. And that if you're old enough to bring that baby here, then you're old enough to face those responsibilities. Especially in this day and age, it doesn't need to be any accident. You know, you really need to plan and be ready so that you have a joyful experience and not stressing about how to buy the next bag of diapers. And so that gets easier as you get older. You finish school and you respect yourself enough to choose a partner who's worth respecting and loving, and that loves and respects you back. And just grow into being a lovely young adult man, a kind, caring person. That's what I wish for each of you. Thank you for listening.
One thing I'd like to share with you, young men, is I would like you guys to go and grab a little stone from that pond before you leave here. It'll always remind you of this day. To respect yourselves and where you are today. Respect yourself and where you're going to be tomorrow. Always respect yourselves. Love and respect, and the family is going to come to you. I do admire you guys for coming through this. I hold my hand up to you guys. There is going to come a time when you have a family. When you keep it in your heart and respect yourself. Love and respect, and the family is going to come to you. You're at a different stage in life now. And maybe you might be looking for your identity. And you're experiencing it today. People in this community and northern, where you're from, you're Homo, people of this land. That's important to remember. Just be who you are and don't try to imitate anybody.
You each of you have a gift. Each of you have something that's special for you. you know, we're not all made to be hunters, we're not all made to be warriors, you know, some of us, we heal. There's more than just one thing. You know, you can do anything. You just find what's strong for you, what's good for you. You know, don't feel pressured to be this way or this way. You do what's good for you. You know, find that path and really stick with it. You can really accomplish whatever you need. And really, I just want to thank my sister too for doing this. You know, she's. I'm really proud of how she carries herself. You have a good person looking after you.
So I thank you young men here today for taking on this. There's a lot of Snowites that come out and a lot of teachings that come out today. And you know, it's if you take one or two words, just keep it in here. One or two words that you heard today, and keep it in here.
So I feel very honored to have participated in this important day made for you, and I'm Nuchana Svishat, and all our peoples all over North America have similar kinds of ceremonies, and they've all been designed to help us move from one stage of our life to another. And you know, I really encourage you to really take to heart what's taking place today, and to really remember, you know, keep in your memory, you know, this important day. And what's been said is that you know, you have a lot of people, a lot of family, a lot of friends that you can rely on to help you, you know, get through your challenges, you know, whatever you're faced with. And then on the other hand, you have many family members, many friends to help you celebrate all your successes. And you know, and then as a group, you have each other to really help give you strength. You know, what Lilia mentioned earlier, you know, about our people is going through a really important healing phase. You know, like what most of us want is peace of mind. And when you achieve peace of mind, it makes it easier to get through your struggles, and it makes it easier for you to celebrate, you know, the good times and the successes that you have in life. And then one other thing that I really want you to encourage you to strive for is wisdom, because wisdom can help you to make good decisions, and it can really help you to achieve peace of mind, because you know, when you have wisdom, then you make good choices. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. Let go.
Greg and I are both members of the Baha'i faith. I don't know if you know what that is, but our founder, Baha'u'llah, he said, glory not that you love your country, glory that you love mankind. In other words, it's right, you know, we should be proud of who we are. You know, you're as native youth, that's to be proud of. But the wider identity, as a world citizen, this is identity. Everybody's in that, you know. And there's a saying that we have in the Baha'i faith, which is that youth can move the world. And I want you guys to consider that, to remember that. Because with your energy, your enthusiasm, and all the, you know, the altruism that you have in you, you want a better world like the rest of us. So you've got a role to play to help build that world. So let's leave that thought with you for today. Thank you for being part of this.
If there's any questions, just to call Lil, and she can call one of us, and we can sit down with you, talk to you about some issues that may be appearing for you, and you have a nice, safe journey back home.
It was fun, but the morning was quite a trouble for me waking up. Well, on the ride up here, I had a little nap, so it made me kind of better. Going to the pond was really fun and felt really good. It woke me up even more.
I would just like to say thank you to all the elders in Lillian for letting us be here, for you guys being up so early in the morning for a long drive. And I had a good experience, and I would like to do it with my little brother's cousins. I would like to do it with them too, and it was an honor to be here, and I loved it, and it just makes me feel more better inside and on outside, and Echka.
And I would like to say thank you also. It's been an honor to be here. And when I walk the pond, it cleansed the inside of my heart. So I'd like to say thank you to all of you.
I'd just like to thank everybody for having me here, because I don't get very much Native culture, and I really do like the Native culture, and being able to drive out here, waking up so early and going for the long drive and experiencing some Native culture. It felt really welcoming, and it was a great environment, so thank you.
I'd just like to thank everybody that has been helping me become into a man and then, and everybody that took time out of their schedule. They took time to teach me. And I'd like to thank all of you guys.
I'd just like to say thank you for letting me come up here and go in the water.
I'm just thanking them for taking some time out of their day to come and love you, to come and share some of their teachings. And my papa used to always say the teachings that are coming from his mouth, thank you, Dad, are not his, but they're ours, anybody who wants them. So I'm just thanking them for taking time out of their own life, thanking them for being here for you, acknowledging that they've driven a long way. And I thank all of you for being here for my boys. From my heart, forever I'm grateful. And okay, I have these gifts as well, gentlemen. I'm going to give to the film crew again, just to acknowledge their presence today, so that when we think about your younger cousins, your younger brothers, all of the First Nations people in the world, and anyone that wants to participate in this awesome, that we thank the film crew for being here, so we have something to share with you. They said that they would each give a copy to each of you by September of this year, so you could show your families, and you could have it for yourself to remember what you've been through forever. And also we'll have it so that when your younger brothers grow up, we'll have something to guide us. Because like they say, unfortunately, elders don't stay with us forever. I really would like them to.
Louis?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This is a gift from my family. Yvonne, my wife, Lillian, my daughter, Jeremy, my son. Thank you for allowing the honor of us being here, to being a part of this for you. Okay? It's a drinking bottle.
It's a whiskey.
It's
That field or?
You'll give your jock straps to you later.
We're going to be locking them up until you're 30, just so you know. That's why we're giving them. And so what I'd like to end with is starting with Johnny Caillou, moving our way right to the end of Tyrone. I'd like you each to say whatever is in your heart.
Our Grand Creator, we thank you so much for this day, and it's been a wonderful experience, and we thank you for your guidance, and we thank you so much for your teachings, and we thank you so much for your love. We thank you for teaching us about love, the importance of loving each other, the importance of loving you, and please help us to work at that so that we can have more love for you and have more love for each other every day of our lives. And we thank you so much for life itself and the many teachings you bring us and the sustenance that you provide for us, everything you've created for our benefit. We thank you. We're deeply grateful for all you've done for us. And we're not perfect, and we know that, and we do make mistakes, and we thank you for being so forgiving.
Thanks, God.